the movement component has flying built in, so we can kind of just switch him to flying mode and then
Okay.
do whatever we want from
Yeah,
there.
that's good. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, if you want to go and pull the thing up, if you want to do actual flying, we can get actual flying done.
Yeah,
For
sure.
AI, it like because it's based on like the nav mesh is based on like the surfaces. It's very
Yeah.
difficult to get flying AI set up, but flying like something you're controlling directly is pretty easy.
Yeah, let's just control it directly.
Yeah. So
I've
let's
been
go
looking at
to.
all this, and yeah, this will start making some sense, which is cool.
I got you.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, so all right, so this is in the controller. We want to go over to the actual dragon itself real quick because the dragon's gonna be the only one that actually does flying. The character is not gonna do like the first person character is not gonna fly.
All right.
So
Okay.
let's go.
So how is the characters mounted to the dragon mount point?
So that's taken care of, and then I got here, and we actually need to make another context because I only want this to happen while we're flying the dragon. So dragon underscore input mapping context. We're gonna do toggle flight. And what button you want to toggle flight?
What's the most common button? We have E to mount it.
Yeah. I mean, assuming you want to keep jump, um, I would probably, I don't know, F.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, all right. So now we have that one taken care of. We're gonna go in here and actually set this up. So double check. All right, this is all we got. Cool. So we're gonna do IA underscore. Uh, Let me go to the controller. Wait a minute. This dragon is a character. Yeah, he's a character. All right. Oh, toggle flight. That's why. Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, ah, it should be popping up. What are we doing? Okay. So toggle flight started. We're gonna go ahead and get this. Get movement mode. And then check to see if this is either one of these. So we'll go with walking just for fun. And so we hit the button, check to see. And then if we are, we're going to set the movement mode. There we go. Set movement mode. Flying. To walking. Cool. Um, File and save. Target needs to be you. Sorry, let's pull this down here. This way.
What's that for? Because it looks like it's you can drag off the character movement both.
Uh, oh yeah, yeah. You could this so like having extra ones doesn't cost you anything. So like I can have these two here and it's no performance
Okay.
extra. If I drag this down here, now it's a little harder to read. So
Oh, okay.
just in general, to keep the line shorter, I just do that. I can also pull this forward a little bit and then have this like in the middle space here, but I'm not gonna
Oh, okay.
bother with that. Um, so now we have our flying and our movement. This dude. Let's go find our flying section. Jumping, falling, taking gravity. Gravity direction is going down. Flying. All right, so here's our flying speed and our braking deceleration when flying and not applying acceleration. So this is basically like if you want to stop, we have to apply this. The ground deceleration is 2048. We'll go ahead and call this
That's under
500.
swimming. Are you okay?
Huh?
All right.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looked
yeah.
like you were under swimming.
I was initially, but I found another thing. All right, so and then dee, dee, dee. I think we should be good to give this a shot and see what happens now. How are we? I just want to double check how we're actually moving to see if this is going to let us go up or not. Um, da, 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 da. Don't jump. Okay, so we're gonna need a go up and down button. Unless you want to tie movement to the so like let's start with that. Like how do you want the controls to actually work for this? Like do you
We
want to
have
have to like push a button to go up and down, or do you want to have to like just whichever direction you're looking with the camera?
we'll start with WASD, and would spacebar make sense if you're so far you go off, or what do you think the best way to do this is?
Um, we could do spacebar. We would just have to check and see if they were flying or not. Um, and then that would determine if we're gonna go like if we're gonna do up or down or if we're gonna do the thing.
Okay.
Um, okay, so but you do want there to be a button to take them up and down. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so if so, spacebar is up. What do you want down to be?
Um, yeah. What do you think? All right. So we're using WASD for the direction, spacebar will be up. What would the right key be? I remember Spider-Man had these had the up and down, but what do you think it would be most likely? Or should we not use the space bar? Should we do like R and F or something? Well, F is used for
Um,
fly.
so I mean, I would probably if I was gonna pick for going up and down, I'd probably do Q and E if we're doing WASD, just because that way like Q is up, E is
Perfect.
down, or vice
Yeah,
versa.
okay. Awesome.
Yeah, all right. So
Perfect.
we'll do that. We'll leave this alone and we'll go back over to the dragon. Um, so this one is gonna do that, and then uh, we're gonna go ahead and bring this down here. Check if you're flying. Actually, I don't even need to check if you're flying. I'll know if you're flying. Or no, I won't. Shit, actually. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna also add some more stuff to the thing. So I need more actions. And we're gonna have to add fly up and fly down, or ascend and descend. How do I want to handle this? IA underscore. Okie dokie. I got to the input. Go to the dragon. Add ascend. Descend. And you're gonna be Q, and you'll be E. There we go. And then modifier negate. Or actually, mm, I'm trying to decide if I want to do that or if I just want to hard code it. Actually, yeah, we'll just do it this way. There we go. All right, so we'll do it that way, and I'm gonna rid of descend, name ascend, ascend to change height, and this is gonna be a 1D because I want to know if we're going up or down. Okie dokie. And then now we can go ahead and do change height. It's true. We're gonna add movement input. Z. Okie dokie. So, let's go ahead and test this real quick. Oh, actually, no, not yet. When we mount, so this we're going to, um, where'd you go? There we go. we're gonna turn on the dragon context. Wonderful. That's this one over here. God damn it. Okie dokie. And then I need this one here. And we're going to remove mapping context. And it's going to be the dragon again. Okie dokie. File and save. All right, so let's try this real quick. And you should be able to hit F to toggle to flying, and then Q should take you up and E should take you down.
Well, first, not
Yeah, so yeah,
operating yet, but A and D, I want to flip A, D, and WS.
okay.
They're going the wrong direction right now. Q isn't doing
Well, so did you hit
anything.
F first to go into flying mode?
Oh, my bad. Oh, perfect. What does the flying node do?
Uh, Flying mode.
Yeah, because it's like is flying. What does that do for you?
So walking mode, you have gravity applied. Flying mode, they get rid of they get rid of gravity so that you're allowed to like move up and down as like movement input. Um, Whereas otherwise, like if you tried to do movement input and you tried to add to Z, gravity would force you back down so quickly that it didn't like it wouldn't even look like you actually went up. So switching from walking mode to flying mode means that we're not going to be pulled down by gravity anymore. It's
Okay.
really the only difference. That and then like it, it's using different numbers for like the friction and braking and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see if we can do the W WASD flip that around
Yep.
for this
So
flying.
yeah, so all you actually have to do for that is come on down here to your content browser and go to your input action for, or go to your default context actually. So go to your
Where's
input
that?
folder, yep, and then default, and then if you open up move, uh, WASD, so slide to the left a little bit. Yeah. Um, right now, W has a modifier, so open up the modifier for W. Um, oh, okay, all right, yeah. So go ahead and add the negate modifier to this one. So where it says modifiers, come back down. Yep, here in W, you see how it says one array element? Next one, next
Yeah.
lineup. Yeah, hit that little plus. Now we have two. Set this none to be negate, and then do the same thing down here for S. It has two. We're gonna get rid of negate.
Okay.
So the little arrow to the right. Yeah, that one, and then delete.
Okay.
Yep, and then do the same thing for A and D.
So
A has
I
negates,
should.
you want to get rid of negate, and then D does not have any, and you want to add negate.
Okay.
But yep, just save, and that should be inverted for you.
Let's see how it's walked. Oh, the only thing like it walks differently now. We want to like because the walking
Oh, so you
is
only want to invert it when you're flying.
yeah, because the flying is inverted. Yeah. So
Oh,
let me
okay, yeah, okay. So we can do that. So go ahead and put those back the way they were. And we'll just
delete this thing.
override it. So yeah, I'm gonna add another array element for this one. No,
For
no,
W.
for S. So for S, you have to add the negate. Yep.
Okay.
And then
All
for
right.
A, you have to add the negate, and D, you have to take it away. Perfect. Okay. Go ahead and save this again, and then go ahead and close this one, and we're gonna actually go to your dragon one.
Okay. So it would be player controller.
No, no, no. So
Yeah.
go back to your input thing, and we want to go to your dragon context mapping.
Okay.
Nope. So go back to dragon.
Um.
Yeah, that one. So we're gonna actually add another mapping in here. So at the top here, come to the left, and you're gonna add move in here.
I move. Okay.
Yep. And then we're basically going to recreate what we had there. So hit the little keyboard button and then do W. And then modifiers is going to be swizzle and negative.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then add another to the move. So come down to the move again. Hit, no, no, no. Yeah, right beside move, hit the plus. Yep. Perfect. Go ahead and do that for S. Same thing. We just need a swizzle for this one. Yep. And
Okay.
then same thing. Go ahead and add A and D.
Mhm.
And then this
Want
one's
to
going to be
swivel.
empty,
Okay.
and negate is
Okay.
going to go on D. So this one doesn't have one. No, no, no. So hit the trash can under A. Yeah, perfect. And then go ahead and add D,
Oh.
and then D is going to get the negate. Yep. So modifier. Yep. Negate. Cool. Go ahead and save this, and then let's go back to your player controller and come over to the right, and where it says priority, put a one there for me if you would. Okay. So because the default and the dragon both have a move action, but because dragon is a higher priority, dragon's going to eat that input.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and compile and save, and let's make sure this works correctly. But that should be all we had to do. And now you should be walking normally and then flying inverted.
Um. Yeah. It's the flying WASD is still flipped. Like W goes right and A goes forward.
Wait, so when you mean so you mean like W is taking you left and right, or like W and S taking you left and
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So do me a favor, go back to the controller. No, 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 like the controller class. This is your mapping. Yeah. Come to the top of the screen, first person player controller.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and close this mapping context. And so I mean like actually like close this window. Because we
Okay.
want to look at the yeah. So come up to the left and up a little higher. We want to find the move spot right here. And so wait, so just out of curiosity, like so both like the player walking and the dragon are doing it wrong, correct?
Now player walking's fine. Like WSAD is fine. Let me get on the dragon. Hit E. So when I hit W to go forward, it goes right, and stop, and S goes left.
Um,
and A
okay.
and D are going forward and back.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to get F
That's
working
fine.
either.
Yeah,
Oh, there it goes.
that's fine. So hit escape once. Let's go back to your context mapping for the dragon. Open up move, and we're gonna swap the swizzles. So W and S do not get them. Oh, hold on,
Yeah,
that's the problem. So yeah, so W does not get a swizzle, and S does not get a swizzle, and then A and D do get swizzles. So
swivel.
yeah, and then like swizzle just means that we're gonna like this is gonna be the second number in the vector instead of the first one. So we're just gonna slide it to the side. Let's try this again.
Walking is good. All right, cool. Almost there. I just want to adjust W and S so they're flipped, negated.
Oh,
Like
okay.
S goes forward. Okay.
Okay, so then we want to go back to your context and you want to flip the negates. So right now W is negated and S is not. You want to make S negated and W not.
Okay. S negate. And I remove this one. Just delete it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, and then we hit play.
Yeah, cool. Now I'll hit F. That's,
And then Q and E should take you up and down.
that's pretty fun. Sweet. Very nice. I guess since we have some time, could we have the camera look a little bit easier, look down or up while we're on the dragon?
Um, yeah, we can add pitch to the camera. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta run and grab something real fast. Okay, my bad. All right, so we want to do the look. Do we have a look? We do. So we want um okay, so we already have up and down. What do you want to do with the up and down? You want to like separate it from the dragon or what?
No, just so when we're running this and move out the dragon, and so hit F and fly up and down. Is there a way if we're up high, can we look around like up and down as well as left and right?
Um, so I mean, like, yes.
Is that something we should you want to do, or
Well,
what do
no.
you
So I'm
think?
just trying to think. So you want the camera to look up and down separately from the rotation of the dragon?
Yeah, so we can look up the sky and look down the terrain.
Okay. Yeah. So let's go back to the first person player controller. So because like look isn't be like because we didn't have like a look in the dragon. This isn't being overridden at all. This should still just be doing what it's doing. Um, click on the first person character. I just want to double check. I don't think they're.
Look,
Yeah, so uh click on the camera for me on the left. Um so come over here to the details on the right, and I just want to see um okay, so yeah, so you use pawn control rotation is turned on. Um so I mean it should be letting you look up and down. I mean like is it just locked
let me
left and
just
right or
yeah, let me just verify that. Like walking is fine, and
yeah.
so we'll get on here closer, and then yeah, just locking left and right, so not
Okay.
able to go up and down with the mouse.
All right, so do me a favor, go to the hit escape, go to the dragon quick, and we're just going to tell it to do that for me. So click on the camera for the dragon, and then over here, tell it to use pawn control rotation. So down towards the bottom. Not the bottom, but yeah. There you go. Go ahead and compile and save, and let's see if that does what we want.
All you have to do is get him rotated like 90 degrees. Let me test it out. All right, so
Yeah,
flying,
so do me a
yeah.
favor. Hit escape once. Let me why is that like that? Open up the Dragon BP for me quick. I just want to double check. All right, do me a favor. Put the camera. So instead of having the camera on the mesh, put the camera on the capsule. Like just drag it. Yeah, click on camera, just drag it on top of the capsule component. Yeah. Um, compile and save. Let's try this again real quick. I just want to double check that that wasn't the problem. So why are we turn? That's why are we turn that way? Um. Okay. We'll do this the simple way. Let's go back to the Dragon BP quick. And throw a spring arm on here real fast. So go to add, yep, spring arm, and then you actually want to do this the other way around. You have the camera attached to the spring arm. So drag the spring arm on top of the camera, yep, and then drag the camera on top of the spring arm, yep, perfect. And then click on spring arm for me. Um, over here in the details panel, tell it to use pawn control rotation. Uh, tell it to not inherit pitch. Let's try this real quick. Uh, what in the
Kind of fun. Put it right
yeah.
in. But yeah,
So yeah, I don't hit escape for me.
you want to mess with it to
Let's
go faster?
yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead. Don't do collision tests. Use pawn control rotation. Oh, so that's all right. That's why. We're gonna we're gonna fix a bunch of this shit. So you're gonna come 90 this way. Uh, where's my spring arm camera? Perfect. File and save. We're gonna adjust our movement stuff because that was probably part of the issue. Put the swizzles back on these. Uh, so the issue was that your like your dragon was actually like when you were pushing like forward. When your dragon looks like he's moving forward, he's actually moving right, and when your dragon looks like he's moving right, he's actually moving left. Or yeah,
Yeah, forward
so
is
it's
right. Yeah.
yeah, so like because so in Unreal, positive X is considered forward. So like a lot of stuff just like orients towards that direction.
Okay.
So because we had our guy spun funny, it wasn't gonna work right. And that's why we had to do this. But
The dragon was facing Z or something when it was made.
he was facing Y instead, yeah.
Okay.
And then let me go ahead and okay, so A should be none. Oh yes, D should be none and A should be negates. And then yeah, okay. So let's save this real quick. Uh, close that. Let's go ahead and hit. So whoops. So go ahead and hit play for me. Go ahead and test this guy out real quick. See if that's any better. All right, good shit. And then we just need to make the spring arm not 300, and we should be good. All right, we can actually get rid of the spring arm because that was the
Okay.
problem. Um, so go ahead and hit escape for me, and let's go back to the dragon. Yep. And then spring arm, we can either get rid of it entirely, or you can shorten the arm length so that it's
I'll get rid of it.
not 300. But yeah, so just put it on top of camera. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then go ahead and just delete spring arm. Yep. And then put the camera back where you want it to be, because right now he's like way
All
back.
right. All right.
Yep. Like right there. Cool. All right, let's test him again. And then you can look left and right still, correct?
Left or right. Top.
Okay. Awesome. Good stuff. Um, and then the last thing we can do if you want is we can mess with the
Well,
camera. Well, yeah.
one thing I want to work on now, this is good. When you hit W, start, wait, let me start again. You just, so when you hit W, it goes down and S goes up. And when we're in fly mode, W goes, looks like it's going down. And then S goes up instead of forward. Like I'm holding down F
Um,
now to get pretty high up.
all right. Okay, so S is taking you up. Okay. Let's go to our movement. I don't.
Like this, when he's on the ground, that works great.
Yeah.
And when I hit F, uh, still going forward, and then S goes back. When I hit Q, then W starts going down.
Oh, so that's because of the way you're tilted. Like look up a little bit and then back up. Yeah, like look up while you're going backwards.
Okay,
So like hold S now, and you should be going down. When you look up, he should be going down.
okay.
And then when you push forward and you're looking up, he should be going forward. And when you push forward when you're looking down, he should be going down.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's because it's actually like it's actually moving the direction that your controller is facing. So and we're using your control rotation to determine like which way you should be going, forwards or backwards. Um, but yeah, so like the direction you're looking
yeah,
is messing with which way you're flying. It's not just flat. I mean we could
yeah.
make it flat if you want.
Nah, this is good.
Okay.
So let's see if we. So when we're on the ground, we could dismount. Let me check that out.
So I mean like when you're on the ground, you can definitely dismount, but there's nothing stopping you from dismounting while you're in the air.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, E is not operating yet to get off of the. Oh wait, E is yeah. It used to be E to mount, and now E is going down. Can we get
Wait,
another
is
key?
no, I thought F. No, no. Wait. Oh, yeah. Wait, is E mount?
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh, okay.
let's
Yeah.
just
So
get
yeah,
another
let's pick
key.
a different. Let's pick a different key.
Would it be like
Um.
X? All right. So E mounts, and then so we can't unmount. So
Yeah,
we
I
use
got you.
X or something.
Yeah, yeah. That's all we have to do is go to the content drawer. Go to your actions. Mount is currently E, and we'll pick. Would you want X?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then now you should be able to dismount. So let's go ahead and try that. But you should be able to like I said, there's nothing stopping us from doing it in the air. So if you fly up and hit
Okay.
X, you should be able to pop off.
That's like, yeah. Q is not going up anymore.
Uh,
Almost
you
there.
hit, I mean, did you hit F first? So you're flying?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry.
I got you. All right. And then so now, we.
That's pretty fun. At this time,
Yeah,
we're not.
but your
Oh
dragon stays up
man, we
there because
never
he
get.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never get back. Oh well, it's fun. Chilling out.
Yeah. Well, so he's still flying. We don't have anything set up him on him to like make him, you know, go back to walking mode or anything when you dismount.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
We can.
that's
That's,
okay.
but yeah. So there's that, and then there's the dismounting in air. Either of those can be fixed pretty easily though. You just have to
Um,
check before we do it.
I got done in under an hour. Pretty neat. If you want to do what would be kind of fun that we could do in 10 minutes, that's easy to do.
Um, I mean, like in what kind of like direction or vein you shooting for?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Let's see. So if we wanted to like hit stuff or like hit things in the air with the dragon to so Okay. So if we just put stuff in the air to hit, like if we gain one of these and just hit it in the air,
Mhm.
if we could just like, I could do the logic, but is that easy to work with? Let me just give it a go once it dies upon collision. Then that's where our cube.
So the cube fell back down because those cubes have
Oh, oh,
collision, or because
okay.
those cubes have physics turned on. You can turn the gravity off and it'll stay floating. Like come back up, like look up. The one that's already up there
Uh,
is still floating.
okay, yeah. All
But
right.
yeah, so like if you
How
want
do
to
we
stay
turn the
up there, you just have to
gravity
turn
off?
off gravity.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So there's your thing, and then
F. It bounces off. Okay. So
yep,
dude,
yeah.
don't
So
hit these and yeah.
I was gonna say, so anything that's not simulating physics is considered to have infinite mass.
Okay.
So depending on how fast you run into the thing, it might just go flying off into space real quick. But yeah,
Okay.
all that sort of stuff is
So for these items, how do we destroy the actor, the cube, when it gets hit?
um. So for these ones, we'd have to make a blueprint class and then tell them you want them to die after they got hit. Um.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean like that's pretty simple. Just
Yeah.
on
Okay, I
hit,
can do that
destroy
part. Yeah.
actor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty fun. Um. Yeah. I
You
guess
you
I'll
can
just
also you can also mess with geometry collections. You play with those yet?
no.
So do me a favor, grab I'll do it real quick here. Grab me a basic shape. We'll go with a cube, and then go to fracture mode.
Okay.
And with this dude selected, I'm gonna click new, and this is gonna make me a new geometry collection asset.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and just stick this here in content, and we'll call this GC cube, and we'll create geometry collection. Now this geometry collection exists. I can do stuff with it, so I can do like fracture uniform, and then I can actually tell it like, okay, fracture. So now, uh, if I were to explode this, this will actually come apart in pieces, and I can set up multiple fracture layers, and then I can actually bring this into the world and do stuff with it. So we go ahead and go back to selection. Uh, in here, I'm going to go to show bone colors off because I don't want to see the bone colors. Uh, and I'll actually just delete this one. And then if I go to ah, whoops. Actually, I want to leave this back at 0 for the exploding. There we go. All right. So, right selection, and then you can like play with all kinds of stuff with this, but basically it's got collision enabled. Where's my dude?
Yeah. Can we do any kind of magic vertical effect, like anything at all? Like the dragon. Like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. Remember Maya tried to do that in the first version of Maya. It was so hard to get that stuff working. Like
Yeah, no,
crashed every time.
it's very easy now, and actually, you should be able to set like mass and stuff on this. So if I come in here and pop this open, and I can say, so mass is currently 2,500. I'll say this is going to be 10,000, and then now if you hit play, shatters a little more.
Neat.
Yeah, but I mean, like you can do like multiple layers, and you can do like different kinds of like physics fields and stuff like that. So you can actually have like part of it collapse, but not all of it, and you can do a
Hmm.
lot of really fun stuff with that. Um,
Is that Niagara or something? Or what's it
uh,
called?
this particular system is called Chaos
Okay.
Destruction. But that's because they replaced PhysX with the Chaos physics engine,
Okay.
and that's what they're using for this.
We
But
get a simple magic effect, like something that like a surrounding the drag, like any kind of particle effect or magic, like even a temper, like a
oh yeah,
standard
so I
one.
mean, in order to do those, you come to FX and
Okay.
Niagara system and Niagara emitter.
Okay.
The emitter is a particular particle effect. So like,
Okay.
if I was doing like an explosion, I like the system would be the whole explosion, and I'd have like four or five emitters. One would handle the smoke, and one would handle the fire, and one
Yeah.
would handle the debris, and da da da. So
Hmm.
you can click on Niagara System, and it'll let you pick a template. So it's got a whole bunch of like like directional burst and fountain and all kinds of stuff you can sort of play with. Um, just for fun, we'll go ahead and just do directional burst. System create. And then now this is here. We'll call this, I don't know. You can rename this one. We'll just call this Test Niagara. Oh, actually, the naming convention for that is underscore NS. Just so we know. And then when you pop in here, each of these stacks is an emitter and handles a particular thing. And then it kind of just goes from top to bottom. So, spawn emitter, update emitter. It lets you pick the particle size, particle type, all that sort of stuff. Update the particle, apply gravity forces and drag and do all kinds of stuff. And then down here at the bottom, it renders and it's set to being a sprite render. Each of these little sections has a plus, so you can add a new module to the section, or you can click on the individual section and play with the settings for that. Clicking on the whole stack will give you all of the sections at once. So in this particular case, if I was doing like, gravity force, I can actually make this positive, and now they go up instead of down. So you can see how it's going whoosh instead
Okay.
of down. But yeah, so like this whole thing is sort of just, playing with these settings. There are a whole bunch of particle system packs for free on the Fab Marketplace. The Unreal Engine Marketplace. They just moved over to Fab.
Yeah.
But they have a whole bunch of, like fireballs, explosions, electrical effects, like magic, like magical things where, like it, um, like auras and pickups and stuff like that. They have a whole ton of them. But basically, you just go through and decide what the base emitter type is you want to use. You can pick your material, you can apply material effects and things, and then the stack will actually just sort of, determine what the particles do and how many you spawn and all that sort of stuff. Um, if there's
Yeah, I
like a
think what I
particular
want to work
effect,
on, like
yeah,
next time, I want to work on it may be more materials, like having the dragon having a glow effect on it,
okay,
or like a halo effect on something. Like it's yeah.
yeah.
Would that be more material and not Niagara?
Yeah, well, yeah. So like having the dragon glow, actually would be fairly simple. There is, so there's your normal material, which you find on the actual mesh, and then there's also an overlay material,
Okay.
which you can assign, like from here in the actual thing, and this will be applied over top of his base
Hmm.
material.
Okay.
So
Overlay.
yeah, so like the easiest way to do it is to just use a Fresnel um operation inside the material, and then that'll find the edges basically, and then you can just apply color to that, and that gives them kind of
Okay.
like a aura sort of a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want to do like a halo or some other kind of effect, you can also do that.
Okay.
It sort of just depends on like what exactly we're shooting for. Because Unreal also has decals, so if you're trying to actually like project an image somewhere but not have a particle or not have like a mesh, you can do that too. It just sort of depends on what the actual effect is we're shooting for.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like you could pull it off. I just wanted to have like an aura. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
I got
fun.
you. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
we can definitely do that.
All right.